feel bad. I really do. I feel bad because I had an episode ready to go Monday. Then once I went ahead and had the show getting ready to like upload, the upload failed. And then Tuesday I didn't do an episode. I just began re-uploading the Monday episode. And then Wednesday I just didn't take the Monday episode live. And then yesterday I went ahead and had a Minecraft episode go out. And now finally, here at the end of the week, happy Friday, there's finally an episode of the Fat and Happy Show coming out this week. Well, to make it up to you guys a little bit, the Monday episode is going to come out directly 1 hour after this episode airs, okay? So basically we're going to have the Friday episode, then I'm going to have the Monday episode. It's irrelevant a little bit now, but it was still a pretty good episode, so I definitely don't want it to let it go to waste. So we'll go and have it air a little bit later, and just so you know, it's Monday. But where was I? Why was I so busy? And the show is supposed to be my life. Well, there's other people in my life that I need to spend some time with, especially since I hadn't seen them in forever. And having them over and us doing things outside the house, things happen to the point of where I just did not have enough time. So, the Fat and Happy Show right now is back on schedule. We should be back on schedule for the time being. If some occasional days miss, it's probably because I'm spending time with them. If you don't know who them is, I'm pretty sure you could probably figure it out. Wow. He's been needing his milk. I think he's kind of in a withdrawal because he hasn't been on my desk at all because he's just like, well, I guess I'm not getting milk anymore. But he sees the jug. He knows it's happening. It's Fat and Happy Show, everybody. Let's get to it. Hello and welcome back, everybody, to the Fat and Happy Show. Come on in, take off your pants, and have yourself a bowl of cereal where this is a fresh jug of milk for this baby. Yeah, I think he was literally going through a withdrawal because he's usually always on my desk, like begging for milk, even if I'm not doing a show or anything. He'll just be like, hey, can I get some milk? And I'll be like, no, you can't have milk because I'm not doing a show right now. Don't worry, though, I give him cat treats in between. But regardless, we need to go ahead and get into this show of today, where we have some holidays today, and the only holiday that I could cover is Cherry Turnover Day, but I'm not a fan of Cherry Turnover, so we're not going to cover that holiday today. So instead, we're going to be covering 3 non-food holidays, which is going to start out with Bow Tie Day, because bow ties are cool. Do I have a bow tie? I do have a bow tie on. Bow ties are cool. It's also Read a Comic Book in Public Day, which I kind of think should be an everyday holiday. Because, I mean, I think we're at a point now in society where it's not shameful to read comics out in public. Okay, we got the Marvel Universe taking over everything, and then we got some Suicide Squad coming out later. I mean, right now, it's the time and era of comics, and where all these superheroes and everything is not something to be shameful and be nerdy about. It's something to be proud of, and it's kind of more accepted in society. So, go ahead and read your comic books any day of the year, in my opinion. And lastly, it's Forgive Your Foe Day. Do you have a foe? Because I only have one foe in my whole entire life. And I think I made mention of him before, but it was a guy who was cheating in golf. Freaking drops a golf ball out of his pocket, and he's like, oh, hey, I found it. No, you didn't. Freaking calling you out here, you didn't. I saw you freaking drop it out of your pocket. I'd probably say, literally, 10 people walked over that spot. Not everybody's going to miss that ball. Come on. Don't be dumb. Just go back and hit a ball. He didn't talk to me for the rest of the game. Wouldn't even look my direction. I think it's a combination of shame and hatred, but I don't care. He can be my foe. I know what I did was the righteous thing. Trying to cheat in golf. Come on, it's high school. But now with that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into some bad news of today where, oh, big surprise. Hurricane Laura is the topic that I want to cover today, where she made landfall in Louisiana, and I think it was like Lake Charles was where she like really hit hard. It's also a chemical spill going in Lake Charles right now too, which is like apparently pretty big. But that was it kind of came out of the blue to me, mainly I think because I wasn't really following the media for the past couple of days, just kind of hanging with the people around me rather than getting on the internet too much. But yeah, that hurricane hit with, it's questionable who you ask. It officially hit as a level 4 hurricane, but some people were saying that it hit Category 5, so which one was it? I'm going to go with what was officially said, a level 4. But yeah, it was a very substantial hurricane with a lot of damage. If you look at the footage, here I'll go ahead and put a photo up of the Capital One Bank building there, and damn, that get pummeled hard. So it was definitely a little bit more than I think that they were ready for, especially in that area, but it is still a hurricane status as it's moving across the United States currently, and it'll turn into a tropical depression here very, very soon. And hopefully I get a little bit of rain here because Indiana has been very, very dry lately. We need a little bit of rain, but not during my walks. I've been walking like 2 miles, and I'm going to try and do 3 miles today, but I don't want it to rain when I'm walking. But let's go ahead and get into the good news of today, where this is freaking awesome, okay? Teachers in a classroom somewhere. I should probably look up where it was. I don't have a city, but they're from Florida. Of course it's Florida. But these teachers were basically like, well, social distancing is kind of going to be a bummer on these kids. So let's introduce a little bit of fun. So because most classroom desks now have the sneeze guards to go 3 ways around, God, those got to be fun to clean. They decided to make those into like windows of a car. And I think that that is pretty dang genius, because they go ahead and they have all the little desks looking like cars. And then on top of that, they allow the kids to customize the name on the license plate on the front. That is awesome. That is cool. I love that idea a lot. So instead of making this COVID thing into something that's sad and depressing like it mostly is, they're kind of having some fun with it and basically saying, hey, here, you're now in a car. So I think that that is a really, really cool thing to do. And it doesn't really look like it was that hard to make. So really, really kudos to trying to improve a student's way of learning through creativity. Now, with that out of the way, we need to get into that dad joke of the day, where, of course, it is just a simple question. What do you get when you cross an elephant and a rhino?
An abomination.
Elfino.
What's next? A liger?
It's a really good one. Elfino. Which you gotta wonder, with all these mixed breeds of dogs, is it possible? I'm gonna Google it. Looks like the only Elfino in existence is an IPA beer. So, well, a guy can still dream. The fan art, though, of them is kind of adorable, I'm not gonna lie. But now we'll go ahead and get into a Did You Know fact of the day. Did you know that lemons have more sugar in them than strawberries? Now, being someone who's on keto and trying to find different things because, you know, low carb, carbs are the enemy. Strawberries are so sweet, and yet lemons are not that sweet because of citric acid in them. They're very, very sour. So learning that there's more sugar in strawberries, something that I love a lot, well, that was kind of interesting to me. Maybe not to you, but it was to me. Which makes me think, if we can get rid of that tartness of a lemon, how sweet would a lemon really be? But alas, we need to get into that 2 cents moment of the day. Now's the part of the show where Kyle gives his 2 cents. In life, you're going to be posed with a couple different situations where you'll have to make choices on what you do. Do you go and hang out with friends? Do you stay at home and work on something at home like chores? Do you go ahead and try and do both? The one thing, though, that you have to do regardless is make a decision. And that decision, to me, should always be the same. Spend time with those that you love. Spending time with other people should definitely be more important. Unless you're doing like a YouTube thing of it, maybe it's your job. But this is not a job for me. This is just for fun. Doing something with somebody that you love is just something that you can't pay for. Spending that quality time with them is just something you can't get over the internet. So next time you're posed with maybe going out with friends or staying home and having a couple beers, maybe go out with some friends or some family or a loved one. The quality time you get with them is irreplaceable. I think I did a horrible job explaining that. Go spend time with loved ones instead of being lazy and staying at home. Okay, or doing something like this. I like doing this, but it's not important. What's important is them. Does that sum it up? Hopefully it does. Regardless, though, that is pretty much going to do it for this show of the Fat and Happy Show. Remember, immediately following this, about an hour from now, is going to be the Monday episode of the Fat and Happy Show. So we will go ahead and have that, and we will go ahead move forward next week into like Monday's episode of Fat and Happy Show. We'll have a big fat journey coming in this tomorrow, right? You'll have big fat journey coming tomorrow, and then we will be having on Sunday the Minecraft stuff. We'll get back to the cycle of things again, I believe. We'll see. But for now, that's going to do it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and like I said, I'm sorry that I missed a couple of days, but I wanted to spend some time with the ones that I loved and that I haven't seen in a while. So if you blame me for that, so be it. I don't care. But I will see you guys back here for a fabulous Monday episode. Good night.